Hey guys, this is Summer and this is a daily twin flame energy reading, and this is going to be a reading for the twin flame community separated and not communicating, okay? Separated and not communicating. So I've already pre-shuffled my deck. I'm going to do a past, present, and future card. So let's go ahead and get started. Divine spirits and angels, please give me a message for the recent past for the twin flames separated and not communicating. Separated and not communicating. Please give me a divine message for couples separated and not communicating, the recent past. Thank you. Please give me a message for couples separated and not communicating for the present moment. The present moment, Spirit. Thank you. And for the upcoming future, please, Spirit, give me some insight on what's going on for the upcoming near future. Thank you. Okay, let's flip them over. I've already pre-shuffled these, but I'm going to go ahead and cut them. All right, give me just a minute. Okay, so for the recent past, we have King of Pentacles and King of Cups. This could be, you could be possibly dealing with, not limited to, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. For some reason, Cancer stands out to me. But in the recent past, this is actually both the masculine and feminine coming full circle and mirroring each other for the couples separated and not communicating. This is the masculine kind of excelling. He's being leveled up when it comes to money. He's finally up on his luck instead of down, which he has been. He's having a very successful time in business. He might have possibly accepted an offer of some sort, but he feels like right now everything he touches turns to gold, which kind of mirrors the feminine in a way, because she's coming into her king and most leveled up power within her emotions. She's learned to trust her intuition and her own advice. I feel like some of the feminines have been doing charity work, trying to fulfill their purpose, and they're gaining their what's it called? They're gaining their stature and being respected in their community, and they're opening their heart and minds to other people now instead of just focusing on their self. I feel like the feminines have recently, in the past, gained some trustworthy advice of that they needed to let the masculine go and focus on themselves. And when they started focusing on themselves, they went out into the community and did community work. And so you guys are both mirroring each other, and that the feminine is opening up her heart chakra and finding her compassion for other people. Instead of finding compassion for the masculine, she started doing this and started holding compassion for others in the community. And this has made the feminine a very respected and trustworthy person in her community. And the feminine finally feels like content and happy and in a way cultured that she can do anything that she sets her mind to, and putting that passion that she had towards the masculine towards something greater than both of them, which is helping people. And so and you've graduated feminines in the past to your king power, the most up-leveled of fulfilling your purpose you can. And so the divine is telling you that you're on your right path, and what you're doing here, what you just started, whether it's charity work or helping other people, you're on the right path, and vice versa. The masculines, whatever your endeavors in are right now, whatever you are professionally donating your time to, your confidence is not there because it's just a whim of a good streak. It's actually, you're fulfilling your purpose as well. You're no longer focusing on negative patterns. You've been more generous than usual. You haven't been petty and holding your coins hostage. It's like you help and then the universe helps you. And so your success is opening up and flourishing, and you're no longer hoarding your coins. You're no longer not willing to help people to gain things. Yeah, and the feminine, like I said, she is decided to avoid disaster with the feminine and the masculine in the past, and put her thoughts and power and passion elsewhere, which was helping the community or something that was very well respected by others. In the recent energy, we have 6 of Cups. Let's get a little more clarification before I go into detail, please, Spirit. Because there's a lot of water here. A lot of water and earth. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Pisces is standing out for me. Capricorn sticking out for me. And Scorpio sticking out for me. Okay, so for the present moment, we have the 6 of Cups with the 6 of Swords with the Emperor. Okay. So what this speaks to me is that you and your divine masculine you've been reminiscing and about your counterpart, and you and your counterpart, you're starting to get the feeling, and it's starting to show that you guys are moving out of troubling waters. Doesn't mean you're moving away from each other. It means like you guys are moving into a more stable, solid ground rather than the way you guys left each other during separation. Some of you could possibly have children, and I see you feminines having thoughts of the past and thinking about the past. And for some reason, I see the masculine only thinking about good times. And the feminines, even though they're attracted to how masculine her masculine is, and that how he had so much power and strength and just authority about him, like he could do anything. she's still in her energy of kind of feeling like she was almost making the past up, like romanticizing the past for more than it was. She's now remembering on certain memories that she felt was great. And then she looks back and she remembers the hurt and the pain that this masculine caused her, which makes her think about deeper rooted issues from her childhood, and that she's not very fulfilled, taken care of, or what's the word? Like the masculine doesn't have her back like a family would, okay? And she's thinking, you know, for my children, I want a childhood different than mine was. I don't want an immature masculine that's going to run, especially if I had children with him. And so she's kind of just reminiscing on the past and trying to move into clearer waters, into better, more calmer waters, and not so much thinking about, not so much obsessing over and over and over about the masculine. She's reached a stable point in her thought patterns that she's striving to get out of consuming thoughts about the masculine. She's been sitting there, you know, searching and researching and Googling and watching videos and thinking about him nonstop, and his she's very highly attracted to this man, so I can see, and how it kind of reminds her of her father is what I see. Sort of like a king would be, where kings make people do ridiculous things and women fall at their feet. This is kind of how the feminines are viewing the masculines, and she's kind of just like reminiscing, thinking, you know, it wasn't all that great now that I look back. And I don't want to, you know, have this fairy tale in my head of something that doesn't really exist. So I feel like this specific feminine is trying to move away from the obsession of the masculine, or either obsessive thoughts about the masculine. Okay, and for the masculine, he's been thinking about the past with his feminine. He's been thinking about reconciliation. However, he's not sure if he just wants to be single or he wants to be with his feminine. So, but however, being with the feminine is more prominent than being single. So, what else does the present energy show? Because we have the Nine of Pentacles that came out sideways in neutral, with the Empress that showed up upright. And that's showing to me that he would rather be with the feminine than be single. So let's see what else pops out, you guys. Yeah, so right now in the present energy, he's just thinking about the ending between you guys. He's thinking of, you know, he's replaying things over and over in his head of how he was with this beautiful, very lively and passionate feminine who was very independent and nurturing and very mother-like. And this group definitely has kids. If it's not the masculine, then it's definitely the feminine. He thinks of you of very, very motherly type, somebody he would want to have kids with. And he feels like he couldn't decide when you were together if he wanted to be single or with his feminine. So he is still stuck in the notion that he had to end it and that it has to end and that he has to let it go and it has to completely be done. All he's reminiscing about today is the feminine and the ending that you guys had and that you're over. And he's just watching the memories. And honestly, this is almost like a kind of sad ordeal. He's in his emotions and stuck and stagnant and just in this energy of replaying and letting bygones be bygones, letting things end, and just replaying how he ended the situation. And he's very in his head about it. So let's move on to the upcoming future. Clarify this for me. So if you're watching this and this resonates for you, couples separated, not communicating, this is confirmation that this is definitely your twin flame. Definitely a twin flame. And I'm seeing more water here, more Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This Two of Cups for me, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So. Okay, so this is the divine masculine not willing to make a decision or not wanting to make a decision about his twin flame. He knows that he's no longer wanting to be upset by the situation and feel like this is a loss. But there's still tons of confusion around it due to the connection that he feels for the divine feminine. And the divine feminine, even though she wants the masculine to know that she forgives her and unconditionally loves him, and she's looking at the positive side, she sees that he is unwilling to make a decision and contact her and get things going. So this confuses her about the connection, and she's ready to get out of this sad energy, out of this loss and grief energy and dark night of the soul energy, and go into something more positive and move away from this like drowning dark energy, right? So both parties are wanting forgiveness, and the masculine's unwilling to make a decision. And I just see lots of confusion, lots of emotional confusion. There is no other parties that I can see at this moment, especially for the divine masculines. The divine masculine's confused and wants forgiveness, and the divine feminine is confused why he isn't coming forward with and unwilling to make a decision. And she's wanting to portray to him that she forgives him if he would just reach out. But both are feeling loss and grief and wanting, and the divine feminine more than anyone is wanting to come out of this dark night of the soul and just sad, dark, and depressed feeling. And it seems like you will, divine feminines, you are coming out of this. There is movement forward. And you guys are on the right path is all I can tell you, okay? So let's get a quick view of the way the divine masculine views his feminine today. How's the divine masculine view his feminine? Thank you. Wow. How does the divine masculine view his feminine today, Spirit? Okay, he sees the divine feminine is pulling away to focus on her career and her entrepreneurship and goals and things like that. He's wanting to bring justice to the situation, fairness and apologies, and ask for forgiveness. And he's wanting everything to develop to the relationship to develop to a different level. Due to trusting his intuition and that little hankering, thing inside of, just start the messages, just start texting, just one, he's wanting to communicate again. He's wanting to move things forward. However, he feels stuck and delayed. And he sees the feminine doing so well that he almost doesn't want to bother her due to his own lack of finances and things that he's worried about. So he's trying to just take it day by day, listen to his intuition, and eventually stand up for what he knows is right and talk to the feminine. But contacting you and having a conversation with you is very heavily on his mind today, like really heavily on his mind. He's got you on the brain for real. How does the divine feminine view the masculine today, Spirit? Separated, not communicating. Thank you. How does the divine feminine view her masculine today, Spirit? Okay, the divine feminine is wanting the divine masculine to reach out to her so she can express her unconditional love to him. I feel like she has had this epiphany here lately that's like, look, even if we're not together, even if we're not together in the future or we never speak again, I want to convey to you that you have this place in my heart. And I love you no matter what you did to me, no matter what I did to you, no matter what we thought we did to each other, no matter what's going on. I will love you today, tomorrow, until the depths of time. And I see your soul for what it really is. And I want you to have confidence in yourself, masculine. And it's like this epiphany of this unconditional love for her masculine brings her to this happy place that she's been missing. It brings her to this new outlook on life, this new perseverance of life. And it leads her, actually, this new inspiration brings her to many financial opportunities as well. But we're talking about the way she feels about the masculine. She does feel like they can have a happy, outcome together. And she would like to express her love to the masculine. And she has all the confidence she needs, but not enough confidence to reach out first. So I just see her waiting on the masculine to reach out first, okay? So that's how the feminine is viewing the masculine, you guys. And I hope this helped for the couple separated and not communicating. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns or anything like that, feel free to drop some comments below, okay? All right, I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.